check out this month. And attention shoppers. Originally, it was a small kiosk in a Charleston mall. Palmetto Moon has blown up and is now moving into a much larger location in the Haywood Mall in Greenville. They're joining us with what customers can expect from their new spot and their grand opening this weekend. And back to this bread, because making bread is a labor of love and a whole lot of science, especially when it comes to the gluten-free variety. Ariel Blanchard diving into this.
Hello.
It's National Bread Month. It's National Gluten-Free Month, both underway. And
I mean, I think a nice coincidence. It's the time of year where we're starting, it's cooler outside and we're starting to think, let's just eat some bread. You know, we don't need salads anymore. We need bread.
It is time to dive into the bread. And you know that gluten-free has just come a long way. We've said that many times.
It has. And I actually have to be gluten-free, but I wasn't for a long time. It's been about 9, almost 10 years that I've had to be.
Okay.
And I used to make my family's real bread every single day. So I know what real bread tastes like. So if I recommend something that's gluten-free, chances are someone in your life will really appreciate that. But also you know, if you're not gluten-free, you probably can stomach it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's got to be good for you. The best locally made gluten-free sandwich bread that you found, you're on the search for this, is at Augusta St Market.
Augusta St Market, they are amazing there. They make all of their bread in-house. So whether you're getting gluten-free bread or regular bread, it's all made in-house, and they make it to order every day, and so sometimes they have to close early because they've run out of bread. That was actually gluten-free bread you just saw there.
Now you've told everyone again.
And I am telling everyone again, you've got to eat the gluten-free bread there. It is just so good and impressive. But all of everything they make there is so good. It's made fresh every day, and the fact that they are trying to keep up with demand and they just can't, that tells you something.
And people that aren't gluten-free are going, I want that bread.
Yeah,
that's my preference.
They're going to eat that bread too, and you might not even know. I mean, you might know, but it's close enough. Like it. It's close enough.
Next one, the Sovereign Bakehouse on Church Street in Simpsonville. They provide products to the Exchange, but they're a favorite for you.
So Exchange Co., they provide products to a bunch of different coffee shops. Anyone looking to add gluten-free items. So they do crepes, they've got cinnamon rolls, they do a variety of scones, all sorts of different pastries. If you're looking for a specialty baker to do a birthday cake for you that's gluten-free. They also do a lot of other allergen-friendly things, which is really nice, because often if you have someone who's gluten-free, maybe they need to be dairy-free or vegan or whatever. But again, really tasty products that even people who don't have to eat gluten-free, they still can really appreciate.
They're scientists and they are chefs.
They are. I mean, the owner said there's no way that they were going to sell a product that wasn't as good as a regular gluten product, so they kept working with their things until it became as good as the regular gluten version. So you have to appreciate that.
And it's not a sacrifice.
It is not a sacrifice.
All right, you cannot have a roundup of delicious breads. It's just not allowed without including Rise Bakery.
Right, and I will just say, Rise Bakery is not a gluten-free bakery, but because everything they make that is sourdough, for folks who aren't celiac or have a major allergy, if maybe gluten just doesn't agree with their stomachs all the time, Rise Bakery sourdough, it agrees with most folks. And this is one of my husband's favorite things. He's Parisian, so he always has to get that jambon beurre. So there's that ham and butter sandwich on that Rise baguette that he just loves so much. But all of their bread is so good. You walk in there and you just get punched in the face with that amazing fragrance.
Hit me.
And I mean, I guess, you know, if you have to be a baker and be up at 3 in the morning, if it smells like that, you probably don't mind, is what I'm guessing.
Must smell so good at the end of the day, too.
Yeah, it's got to be a very satisfying job, but just really delicious bread there. And I love the fact that they're making everything in-house. You can see it when you go in. You see everything that they're rolling out, all of their products. So again, a lot of that transparency too. You know exactly what's going into your food because you're watching it be made.
Go Rise Bakery. And then you also love the Cuban breads, the gluten-free cheese breads at Pereira Bakery on Lee Road in Taylor.
Yeah, so that pan de bono, which is that cheese bread that you pull it apart and it acts like gluten because it sticks together, and then you pull, and it's not quite a cheese pull, but you're like, there's some magic happening.
You've taken
in this
the gluten
bread
and replaced it with cheese is what's happening.
I mean, honestly, is anyone mad about that? I don't know. But really, again, you walk in there fresh. Everything is so fresh in there, and if you are a glutinous human, feel free to grab all the things, but that's the inside of one of those cheese breads. I mean, that looks glutinous to me, right? It's got all the air holes, all the things that you really want to have when you bite into something that is supposed to taste like bread.
On behalf of glutinous humans, you know, we appreciate anything that
and
tastes
honestly,
that good.
it's very rare that you're with a group of people or in a family that, you know, one person or that everyone has to be gluten-free. So it's really nice to go places where everyone has an option. So at this bakery, of course, you get the gluten-free cheese bread, a few other items, but then there's also plenty of other pastries and breads that are really delicious for anyone.
Excellent. And then anybody watching this is like, are they going to say it? Are they going to say Swamp Rabbit Cafe Stecca? Because that's the other thing you have to include.
You have, when you're talking about Greenville and the bread, you have to talk about Stecca. It's one of the #1 things that people mention when they visit Greenville and they go to Swamp Rabbit Cafe. They're like, what's that bread called? They always want to talk about, and it's so simple. It's water, salt, yeast. I mean, like, we are talking the most basic of bread, but it is so delicious, to the point that I have a daughter who asks me every other day, Mom, can you go to Swamp Rabbit and get a loaf of Stecca? I mean, like, this is just a thing that she thinks about all the time. So I have to imagine other humans do too.
This is addictive, and it's funny because our new reporter Logan is in town, and she asked me specifically. She goes, "I've been hearing about this bread they have, Swamp Rabbit Stecca."
I mean, it's a thing. It's really taken off. Social media has obviously done a huge lift of that, but then all of the other positive media that we're getting in press outside of Greenville, where people are traveling here to visit, almost always there's a mention of Swamp Rabbit Cafe and the Stecca.
There's a reason.
There's a reason, and when you go there, the one thing I will tell people, if it's a rainy day, they often will have lower business, so they will often do a buy one get one free on the Stecca. So that's my little tip for you. If you're like, you know, I don't need to buy fresh bread every day, it's a little pricey. Rainy day is your day.
Go treat yourself and brighten it all up. So
yes.
Happy National Bread Month. Happy gluten-free month. This is just the time to, you know, like you said, maybe the salads are on the back burner, and we're going into bread season.
Time to carb load. We're going into Thanksgiving. We got to prep for all that eating.
All right, change approved. Ariel, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And follow Ariel Blanchard on social media to see where her adventures take her. That information is on screen now.